Book 6, Chapter 8. Letter from Viola to Zanoni. It has come to this. I am the first to part. I, the unfaithful one, bid thee farewell forever. When thine eyes fall upon this writing, thou wilt know me as one of the dead. For thou that wert, and still art my life, I am lost to thee. O lover, O husband, O still worshipped and adored, if thou hast ever loved me, if thou canst still pity, seek not to discover the steps that fly thee. If thy charms can detect and track me, spare our child. Zanoni, I will rear it to love thee, to call thee father. Zanoni, its young lips shall pray for thee. Spare the child, for infants are the saints of the earth, and their mediation may be heard on high. Shall I tell thee why I part? No, thou, the wisely terrible, canst divine what the hand trembles to record. And while I shudder at thy power, while it is thy power I fly, our child upon my bosom, it comforts me still to think that thy power can read the heart. Thou knowest that it is the faithful mother that writes to thee, it is not the faithless wife. Is there sin in thy knowledge, Zanoni? Sin must have sorrow, and it were sweet, oh how sweet, to be thy comforter. But the child, the infant, the soul that looks to mine for its shield, magician, I wrest from thee that soul. Pardon if my words wrong thee. See, I fall on my knees to write the rest. Why did I never recoil before from thy mysterious lore? Why did the very strangeness of thine unearthly life only fascinate me with a delightful fear? Because if thou wert sorcerer or angel demon, there was no peril to other but myself, and none to me, for my love was my heavenliest part, and my ignorance in all things, except the art to love thee, repelled every thought that was not bright and glorious as thine image to my eyes. But now there is another. Look, why does it watch me thus? Why that never-sleeping, earnest, rebuking gaze? Have thy spells encompassed it already? Hast thou marked it, cruel one, for the terrors of thy unutterable art? Do not madden me! Unbind the spell! Hark, the oars without! They come to bear me from thee. I look round, and methinks that I see thee everywhere. Thou speakest to me from every shadow, from every star. There, by the casement, thy lips last pressed mine. There by that threshold didst thou turn again, and thy smile seemed so trustingly to confide in me. Zanoni, husband, I will stay. I cannot part from thee. No, I will go to the room where thy dear voice, with its gentle music, assuaged the pangs of travail, where, heard through the thrilling darkness, it first whispered to my ear, Viola, thou art a mother. A mother, yes, I rise from my knees. I am a mother. They come. I am firm. Farewell. Yes, thus suddenly, thus cruelly, whether in the delirium of blind and unreasoning superstition, or in the resolve of that conviction which springs from duty, the being for whom he had resigned so much of empire and of glory forsook Zanoni. This desertion, never foreseen, never anticipated, was yet but the constant fate that attends those who would place mind beyond the earth, and yet treasure the heart within it. Ignorance everlastingly shall recoil from knowledge, but never yet from nobler and purer motives of self-sacrifice did human love link itself to another, than did the forsaking wife now abandon the absent. For rightly had she said that it was not the faithless wife, it was the faithful mother, that fled from all in which her earthly happiness was centered. As long as the passion and the fervor that impelled the act animated her with false fever, she clasped her infant to her breast and was consoled, resigned. But what bitter doubt of her own conduct, what icy pang of remorse shot through her heart, when, as they rested for a few hours on the road to Leghorn, she heard the woman who accompanied herself and Glyndon pray for safety to reach her husband's side, and strength to share the perils that would meet her there. Terrible contrast to her own desertion. She shrunk into the darkness of her own heart, and then no voice from within consoled her.